Hi, this is Sarah from Sassy Reads, and today I am bringing you my summer book haul. I tried to film a May book haul and posted that in June, early June, and I tried to upload it like 10 times total since then, and it's just not working. So I'm gonna do like a big collective summer book haul and maybe a few videos because I have quite a lot. So first up, it's not a book, but it's book related. I have the first season of Game of Thrones on DVD. Super excited to start this because, I love Game of Thrones. I'm a huge fan of the series. I've only read the first 2 books, but I am going to eventually get to the 3rd one. I read the first 2 last summer. Started Game of Thrones actually during the Booktubeathon, or right before the Booktubeathon, and I finished it during the Booktubeathon. That was so much fun. It's definitely one of my favorite fantasy reads. I wasn't a huge fan of A Clash of Kings, but I'm definitely excited to continue on with the series and as well as start watching it. And then I have kind of like my most coveted book for the summer, A Court of Mist and Fury. I absolutely loved A Court of Mist and Fury. I just finished it actually last week. Well, not last week, but when it goes up, it'll probably be last week. I finished it a few days ago, and it was absolutely amazing. I loved it more than A Court of Thorns and Roses, and all I can say is that I have never swapped teams so far in my life, like so fast. That just 1 second I was with Tamlin, and then the next I was like, F you. I loved it. I feel so many things. It was great. It was a good ride, and oh my god, the writing. I'll talk more about it in my wrap up. Ooh, it was good. And then I got my own copy of Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. I really love this edition. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love the deckled edges. I read Peter and Wendy for free on my Kindle like 3 years ago. I think I've given it like 3, maybe 3.25 stars on Goodreads and on my blog. And I really did enjoy the story, but it wasn't a story that stuck with me long term. But I do think that it's going to be one of those classics that I may want to revisit, particularly with my children one day. And it's just super pretty, and it was like cheap, so I couldn't say no to it. And then I got The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. I picked this one up for super cheap. As you can see, the sticker I have still yet to remove. This is kind of cool, even though it looks kind of like a weird, freaky symbol. But I'm really excited about this one. I don't know too much about it other than the fact that I think it's kind of a dystopian style book. So I'm excited to, kind of delve into this and see what I think about it, since I have heard a lot of good things, but I've also heard mixed things. So we shall see. And I mean, if I don't like it, I can just give it away. It's not like I paid a whole lot of money for it. And then I completed my Winner's Trilogy. I have the finale, The Winner's Kiss. I have not picked up the sequel to The Winner's Curse yet, but I'm going to get on it hopefully this year, but who knows, because I'm starting college, so things are probably going to be really different. I just absolutely adore these books. Like, they are beautiful in construction, physically, as well as with just the words that weave the actual pages. And look, they're deckled. I love deckled pages. Like, oh my god, I'm so excited to read these. Like, so excited. And then I got Soulless by Gail Carriger, and this is about a woman who has no soul, and I think she's attacked by either a werewolf or a vampire, and it's kind of like steampunk, historical London-esque, and I'm super excited about this. I love fantasy, and I've heard great things about Gail Carriger's writing, and especially about this series in general. Like, this is something I'm so excited to pick up, so hopefully on a rainy day, this is what I'll pick up. And then I got Breakfast of Champions by Kurt Vonnegut. I really enjoyed Breakfast of Champions. It has this usual Kurt Vonnegut style. It's silly, it's quirky, there's random pictures, great quotes. Every time I turn to this, flip through this book, this page, it goes exactly to that page. Wonder why. Anyway, so this is probably my least favorite Kurt Vonnegut book that I've read so far by him, but it's still enjoyable because, it's Kurt Vonnegut, and I love Kurt Vonnegut. He's a great writer. So, if you haven't picked up some Vonnegut yet, get on it. And then I got Lord of the Flies by William Golding, and I got this one in the bargain price section, so it's just white, and I kind of like it because it's different from how most classics are. I'm usually prone to big, bright colors, and stuff, but I actually really enjoy this because it's very white, and I kind of like that. And then I won an arc of Heartless by Marissa Meyer, and I have yet to read any of Marissa Meyer's books, but I'm really excited about this one because it just sounds so cool, and I'm really interested. So hopefully this will be like my first foray into Meyer, and I can decide whether or not I want to, you know, keep going. I probably will, though, since I own the first 2 books in Lunar Chronicles, but yeah. And then I got my first copy of Anne of Green Gables. I listened to Anne of Green Gables last summer on audiobook, and it was one of my favorite books. I think it was definitely my top favorites of last year, if I remember correctly. And I just love Anne's story. I'm actually rereading it right now. It's so pretty. It's got the yellow pages and a cute spine, and I love the quote in the back. I'm a huge fan of Anne and Anne's story, and I really just wanted to reread it physically because listening to it's very different from actually taking it in. And since rereading it physically, I've learned that it's kind of hard to like Marilla because she can be very cruel sometimes, not meaning to be, because like that's just how a lot of adults were in this time. But damn, she can like kind of hurt my feelings for Anne. Like I'm like, damn, poor Anne. And Anne's had it rough, which I feel bad for Anne, but I love her, and I know this book is gonna make me cry because it always does. But I'm excited to finish on with that series because it's great. I understand what everyone was talking about now. And I got The Beautiful and the Damned by F. Scott Fitzgerald, and I love me some F. Scott Fitzgerald, and I just love this edition. It's a Barnes & Noble edition, and I don't know what it is about this, but it's so beautiful. I think it's the pink. It has to be, because I love me some F. Scott Fitzgerald, and this is probably the best Beautiful and Damned edition I've seen so far, and I am super excited. I actually think I had to read a passage for this for a standardized test one time, so I'm super excited. And then I got Confess by Colleen Hoover, and I got this bargain price, and I've always wanted to get my own copy of Confess because it has artwork in it, and I want to own it because it's pretty, and it really does have a great cover. It's super cute. And I really enjoyed Hopeless by Colleen Hoover, so I'm looking forward to picking up more by her because I think it'll be fun to, you know, kind of get out of my comfort zone. So before my video cuts me off, I'm going to wrap up part 1. Part 2 will be posted at some point, so bye! See you next time!